even want to buy it, it won't be there.
Yeah. So what people need to understand is the cycle from a good being sold in China, loaded on a vessel, sailed across the ocean, unloaded in the United States, put in a factory, distributed to a shelf, is about 8 weeks in the United States. So if you go back to the April 2nd date when the tariffs kicked in, you're talking about seeing the effect really May 2nd. So I would say the last couple weeks of May, you'll start seeing this effect here. So, we're a few weeks away from starting to see the early effects of what will happen in the transportation of goods. You're also starting to see many of the small businesses, and this is where it's really interesting. Small businesses who have to order goods, and you saw a lot of data out of the toy industry recently. The toy industry, which is really small industry, runs the vast majority of retail toy sales. People who are ordering their toys for Christmas today have to order those toys. Those toys are now coming with a massive 145% tariff. The vast majority of small business toy stores cannot order toys today because they cannot afford the 145% tariff. So they're making a conscientious decision. Right. They're either going out of business or they're just going to wait and see what happens. So you're right, the lag effect of getting goods to this country will not be felt for another 2 to 4 weeks.
And there are no active trade negotiations underway, according to the Treasury Secretary. There may be contact between the U.S. and China, but that's not going to be a quick fix,
yeah.
right?
That said, the Treasury Secretary did acknowledge this week that the relationship between China and the United States is unsustainable. And I think we have to acknowledge that.
He said the trade war, right?
He did say that.
He pumped the brakes on that.
He did. But at the end of the day, the trading issue really has started for better to coalesce around the China issue. I think we're all starting to realize that the country we're most dependent upon in the United States and for our shelves and what we would miss the most would be what comes out of China.
We knew that.
We've always known that. We've always known that. But
you told President Trump that during the first term.
We've known it. But the fact that the Treasury Secretary is acknowledging that we are in an unsustainable situation and we have to start negotiating with the Chinese is very important.
They also have to say, we're ready to talk, and they haven't yet. In fact, the Chinese seem to be really holding the line